So we've got some pretty big issues going on in this country right now. One of which is racism. Why is racism a thing in 2015? I mean, this year, let's think for a minute. We've had the kid in Ferguson get shot, Mike Brown, because he attacked a police officer and tried to take his firearm. If you attack a cop and try to take his gun, of course you're going to get shot. That's just common sense. If you're stupid enough to attack a police officer and try to take his gun, you deserve to get shot. I don't care what color you are. White, black, Asian, Mexican. I don't give a shit. If you think that a cop is not going to defend himself and put a bullet in you if you try to take his gun, you're an idiot. This incident in South Carolina. You know what? Yes, the cop overreacted and has been terminated. Fair enough. Now, why are each of the students not being charged with anything? Because they both assaulted a police officer. And, yeah, so, I don't know. In my opinion, it's racist to assume that only white people can be racist. Black people, y'all are some of the most racist motherfuckers out there. Friggin' running around. You got a problem with white people saying nigger, yet you run around saying my nigga this, my nigga that, nigga, 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 nigga. What I want to understand is, why is that okay? In this country, we have freedom of speech. So I can say whatever I want. Anybody can say whatever they want. The Constitution gives us that right. As long as it's not being used I think as long as it's not being used to hurt somebody, then that's the only limit there is on the freedom of speech. And even then, I mean, there's really no limit because people say mean, hurtful shit all the time. For you to act like the world owes you something, the world don't owe you shit. You know what? Yeah, slavery was a terrible thing. It's in the past. Friggin', that's a terrible way for me to think of that and say that, but you know what? I didn't own slaves. Nobody in my family in the last, I don't know, 100 years, 150 years has owned slaves. So you can't sit there and say that, you can't sit there and use slavery as an excuse. You can't sit there and use racism as an excuse, because honestly, a lot of this shit coming from racism is from these things like Black Lives Matter drawing a line. It's like, oh, Black Lives Matter? Only Black Lives Matter? Bitch, shut the fuck up. All lives matter. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic, gay, trans. It doesn't matter. If you're a human, your life matters. Period. That's the way I see it. That's every human that has something positive to offer the world. If you don't think that, there is something wrong with you. You know, even Muslims, alright, look, I have a kind of an issue with Muslims, and that's just because and it's not even Muslims I have an issue with, it's Muslim extremists who are out there killing innocent people for no reason. Friggin', I've met some really cool Muslims. Shit, one of the dudes I served with in the Marine Corps, one of the coolest dudes I ever met, he's a Muslim. So, I mean, for people to continuously try to blame skin color, to blame white people for all your issues, it's ridiculous. White people are not to blame. You can improve your lot in life just like anybody else can in this country. That's why this is the greatest country on the planet. I mean, we may have some fucked up shit going on here right now, but if you look at other countries, there's a lot more messed up stuff out there than there is here. I think that people with this Black Lives Matters movement are taking it a little too far. I was messing around, I was checking out Facebook today, and I saw probably one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen in my entire life. It said, if you are a black male over the age of 21, you deserve a Purple Heart. What? No. Just no. The Purple Heart is one of the most sacred medals in the United States military. It is given to people that are wounded in combat. Hate to break it to you, but the streets of LA, the streets of Detroit are not combat. You don't deserve a fucking Purple Heart for growing up rough. Plain and simple. You know how you can get a Purple Heart if you want one so bad? Take your ass overseas and get shot or blown up. That's how you can have your Purple Heart that you think you deserve. So, I don't have an issue with black people. I have an issue with black people's entitlement attitude. That's what I take issue to. That is the only thing that pisses me off, is their level of entitlement. And, you know, you're Americans, you know, you should act like it. Don't be like, oh, I'm black. Yeah, okay, your skin color is black, yes. But you are an African American. You pledge allegiance to the same flag that everybody else does. You believe in the same you live under the same constitution that everyone else does. So to be like, oh, I'm black, Black Lives Matter, da 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 da. Black is just a pigment. That's all it is. It's the absence of color, and it is just a pigment. It does not define who you are as a person. Who you are as a person is defined by your actions. And if you're out, you know, hey, you want to be out and protest and fight for your rights, you know what? Go right ahead. But do not be violent. Do not... Because Martin Luther King wasn't violent. Martin Luther King got shit done without violence. And I'm sure that Martin Luther King would be rolling over in his grave if he saw the state of things in this country today, because of the dream that he sought to build. It's being turned into a nightmare. And that's not fair to his memory and everything that he fought for. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I feel that this country needs to stop fighting with each other. Everybody, it's ridiculous. It makes me sad, because this country used to be great, and it can be great. All we have to do is work at it. You know, I like this video, hate this video, I don't give a shit. It's just my opinion. You want to try and lynch me for my opinion? I don't care. I'm still gonna stick to what I believe. And yeah. And if you're a 21-year-old black male and you want a Purple Heart, join the fucking military.